you give me your middle name? Did you just
Oh
know I
no,
would be the
just
child that was like you?
no. I don't. Well, I can't say there was actually some science behind it,
No, it was
or no
just
method to the madness.
no
It was just
method.
madness.
It was just madness.
In the background. Woo! Yeah, those go the
Are you
bag.
ready?
5 views.
You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. Born
All
that
right.
way.
Good evening. Welcome back to the couch. I am Alex.
And I am Alex.
And this is the Alex and Alex podcast. Thank you once again for joining us. We've kind of coined the term now since we have been on the couch for every single episode thus far that we are just going to call you all the couch crew.
The couch crew.
And if
The
you are
couch
joining
crew.
us and you have been with us this long, you are a part of the couch crew.
CC.
So
couch crew.
we were originally going to do a take on part 2 for New
Yeah,
Year's.
No.
But we realized we may have roasted you all just a little too hard on that one, so we're gonna leave that be.
That's gonna be pulled back. We got to pull back off of that one.
Yeah,
because I could have went in some more
I
on that
know.
one, but I'm not gonna do that because I know some people dropped off drastically. Week 2, oh my god,
Yeah, they were like, so we're just
done.
not. We're not gonna do that.
No.
So today, we are gonna be talking about parental approval in your love life.
Yeah, in your dating and marriage life, we are not that culture, one of those cultures where those types of things are already arranged.
Yep.
So we allow you all the ability to make bad choices.
Mm-hmm. So many bad choices.
Bad choices along the way. And for some reason y'all don't like to listen. We have the experience and it's like he's not a good choice. Or mom's like she's not a good choice, and the kids are like, you don't know what you're talking about. And then you gotta sometimes you just gotta find out for yourself.
But here is also the thing.
Yeah.
And we will talk about this later in the podcast. We're not going to start it off this deep. But we're going to revisit this statement that I'm about to make.
All right. So
some parents don't care. They just don't want to be replaced. And
we will talk about that. Make sure you remember that, though.
I'm gonna remember that.
Make sure you remember that so you can bring that up. Yes, please do. But
I think it's only fair, since this is a father-daughter podcast, for us to begin on the father's side of things. So, yeah. Hi, Dad.
Hello.
What do you think? When it comes to parental approval, father's approval of your daughter's choice in partner.
Key. So there's several things. Mm-hmm. I don't think that requires approval as much as it does guidance, input. If you allow us the ability, because a lot of times when you're dating, those outside of dating or plans to be married, they see things that you don't see. You're in love, and love can be blind. And so someone else can look at something from afar and go, like me, I'm like, what do you mean he got no job? How? Because y'all are spoiled. So one of the biggest things for a father is, any father that's worth his weight in being a father,
you mean like
a decent father, he would want to ensure that he's putting his daughter in the hands of someone who's going to be able to care for, provide, continue to spoil, and just be able to do those basic things. Again, fathers is different levels of relationship, but if you're a good father, you'll never be replaced, and you'll always have that space in your daughter's life. but you want to ensure that, hey, let me just talk to this joker. Let me see where his head is. Um, okay, so what are you gonna do with your future? The basic questions. What's your record look like?
Not the
How
record.
long were you in prison? How
What?
many kids do you got again?
You are going too
Do you support any of your children's?
far.
Why you trying to knock my daughter up so soon?
Oh!
No, just
Why'd you
it's
go
wait,
there?
but it's not approval for me. To me, the approval is something that we'll talk to about when we get to the latter part,
Okay.
where you said that you didn't want to get into that part now. So for me, as a father, I would just want to be able to do the interview.
Okay.
Hey, young man, just see where your head is. But again, I'm going to share with you my thoughts, but ultimately, you all have to make the decision. I don't want to be the decision maker in that area of life, because with relationships, there's highs, lows, ebbs and flows. And what I may see as something that is lacking in that individual now may be something that becomes a strength, because when people come together in a meaningful relationship, they grow together. So what you bring to the table and what the other individual brings to the table, you two come together and you're able to build something together. So I may not see um, what you see. I may not see potential, but that person may have potential, and in a relationship with the right person, everybody shines. People tend to shine when they're in a relationship with the right person. But this is my thing, because I know y'all are spoiled. I know that it would take a special guys to be able
To
to
deal with us.
date or marry y'all knuckleheads.
To deal with us on a daily basis.
So the fact that two of y'all are married, I'm like, Jesus, thank you.
I'm going on 6 years.
Yes, and that's good. That's an accomplishment. Yay! Woo 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 woo. And so guidance. Me being able to just say, hey, I think he's a good guy. I think he's got some good qualities. Joker need to get a job. He need to stay stable. And then being able to find out, okay, well, what is it that you see in him? Um, and in some instances, even our input doesn't change anything. But as a parent, just being able to say something, and give you that guidance. I think he's a bum. I don't think this is gonna last long. You guys will definitely be done in 3 weeks. But holla at your daddy. I'll still be here.
Oh
So
my
yeah.
that okay.
That
So for you, it's not so much of like I need to make sure that I approve of this guy.
No.
It's more of like, what are you getting yourself into? What
Yep.
is he getting? Does he know what he's
Does
getting
he
himself
know?
into?
Yes,
Okay.
exactly. Does he know that y'all are time and a half? And you guys are. Does he know your time and a half? And does he know there is an expense that comes with you?
Oh, lots.
There is yes, there is an expense that comes with you. And for me, it's telling, like, Gabe and they're spoiled. She's spoiled. She's used to getting what she wants, if it's in the capacity to give. So if you're going to be able to maintain that, hey, go for broke. But at the same point in time, yes, at the same point in time, again, I'm straightforward. So at the same point in time, if you're not gonna be able to take care of my girl, don't waste her time. Don't do it. Because again, I'm always gonna be here. So if you screw up, daddy will be here. So it doesn't matter.
Come here, princess.
Exactly. He was no good anyway. I forgot to tell you that part. That nigga. I'm sorry. That Joker wasn't nothing anyway, baby. I got you. Come on home. Yeah. So
no matter what.
being able to do that, and knowing that, but I so far so good with you all. So I'm grateful. I'm grateful.
So the first time you met my husband, I was knocked up.
Yes.
The first time you met him.
Yep.
Did you have a talk with him while he was here?
I don't think me and Elliot have ever, because you already were established. So there's really nothing. I just wanted y'all to get married. My biggest thing was making sure that at some point in time y'all got married and didn't just have
the whole
babies
parenting,
and babies and babies. Because again, to me, in my position, now some people will say there's value. Some people will say that I just believe there's value in marriage. So me and him never really had a chance to have the conversation up front. Because
it was
again,
more of an afterthought,
it was
like yeah.
It was like oh, so you bringing me in now? Okay.
So it's like
okay,
after
yeah,
the fact,
exactly,
like, listen,
exactly.
You already done made a baby.
You already swole up. What
So
the world kind of conversation can I have?
Yeah,
exactly. What kind of conversation can I have with him? He's looking at me. I'm saying, well, what are your plans with my daughter? And he looking at me going, she knocked up, dude. What do you mean? What's my plans? She pregnant. What do you mean? What's my plan? So it's like there's really not much of a conversation I can have at that point in time when you already have established that we're on our way to making family. So I think our conversation was really rather brief, but he seemed like a good guy from the time I met him, because I know no guy comes without some level. Good guys come with a level of baggage. So great guys come with some degree of baggage. So I have no expectation of perfection, because even as a husband myself, I didn't get to where I am now, and I had to go through the whole approval thing with your moms. I mean, I had to talk to your Uncle Archie. I had to talk to your Auntie Becky. I had to have all your Auntie Becky. Your Auntie Becky took me for a walk down the street in her neighborhood and was like, I just want to let you know. And I'm like, oh my God.
What?
Yeah. So I had to have conversations before we were able to get married. Not approvals. It was just, here, let me give you some critical information with regards to my baby sister. And those are things that I was able to share. You want to be able to share, just, hey, spoiled. Now, I'm telling you this as man to man, because to me, I think in relationships it's important for people to know your place.
Yes.
I'm daddy. I'm always gonna be daddy. She's mommy. She's always gonna be. So I'm not gonna try to occupy your space, and I'll be one of your biggest cheerleaders as long as you take care of my daughter. So you don't have to worry about me trying to tear y'all apart or break y'all down. I will be the one who encourages, and I know my place. I don't give input unless it's asked. If you ask me for input, I'll give input. Because again, in those levels of relationship, marriage or be dating, whatever they are, again, it's a coming together of two different people, two different mindsets, two different backgrounds, and then all of those things having to come together to do something great. But it takes all of the wheels spinning, and that's my thing as a father. Okay, you're the man. This is the criteria. Spoiled, and I'm gonna keep saying this: spoiled, keep them spoiled. That's my biggest thing. They came to you spoiled. Don't stop that. Keep that going.
Makes a lot of sense.
Yes. Now, wait. So now you have a no, because I think that'll take us to the end, and I don't want to take us to the end yet. So no. So what are your thoughts though? Let's say you had someone in mind, and I were to say, Brianna, he's not the one.
You've said that to me.
He's not it. He's not it. But you're grown now, so you're older now. So
I'm also married. So
not where your thoughts are when I was telling you, like, whatever.
Yeah. So hypothetically, hypothetically speaking,
yes.
If I were to, that's so hard. Because I can't even do the hypothetical, because I'll be honest, if I came to you about Elliot before the fact, and you had said something like, nope, he's not, and I would have looked at you like,
exactly,
like, so where I am now, had you been like, I don't think that's right, I probably would have been like, you don't know nothing, nothing. But honestly, from growing up, there were people, I didn't let you meet them.
Yes.
I didn't bring them around. And that is because internally I knew you wouldn't approve.
Yeah.
So it holds weight.
Yeah.
It holds weight, but from like again, where I am today, had it been something like you've been like, nah, I don't, not him, like Elliot, I'd have been like, you don't understand. And like, that would have been like you're crazy.
Yeah.
But knowing me, your approval has always, not necessarily approval, but how you feel about it has always meant something to me, because I'm not the person that's just going to bring everyone home I date to meet you. I've never been that person. So it's like, oh, you want to do what with my family? No, you can't meet my dad. You can't meet my dad.
Yeah.
So honestly, it's always, as a daughter, it has always, with a good father. So let me just say that, as a daughter with a good father, has shown me what a man is, what a father is, what a husband is. There's so much weight held in what you think about who I'm with.
Okay, good.
So I would take that heavily into consideration. Like, again, had you met him before the fact and gave me like the go ahead, I'd have been like, yes, I knew it.
Woo!
I didn't waste time letting him meet him. Or even after the fact, had you been like, listen, I don't know.
Oh no.
But when you met him, you got a little feel for him, and you were like, okay, I like him. So even then, for me, it was like, yes. They met. I know I'm knocked up, but they met. He likes him. Score. Because I always had this biggest thing, like, I don't know if I want to go that deep and like tell my personal business, but I never wanted to have a child by somebody I wasn't going to be married to.
Yes.
That was one thing. I didn't want to be the person that was a baby mama. That was never my goal.
Baby mama drama.
And when a point of my life came to where that was the possibility, I was like, oh, I know, one, I'm never going to marry this joker. My daddy ain't going to approve. My mama ain't going to approve. I don't know what hospital we finna end up in. Somebody dying. So I was like, no. So for me, having already been living together and having a child, when we came for our baby shower, I was like, please like him. Please like him, because after all of this, you better like him. Because in my head, I was like, he's gonna ask me to marry him one day, and I'm gonna marry him.
You're gonna marry him. You go, because you weren't doing the baby mama drama stuff.
Yes,
so
I was never gonna be that. So for me, I knew that the person I wanted to marry and have kids with, both that person was supposed to be the same person. But that person, I needed to know that my dad liked him. Okay. So it wasn't so much of a permission. More of like a, okay. Like, I can see how well he treats you. I like he's hardworking. Okay, great. So for me, it has always been my entire life, no matter who I've dated, I was like, you're not beating my parents. Because I knew. I was like, this joker ain't nothing. He ain't crap. But
some guys you knew it wasn't gonna work.
Like,
I showed this guy to my daddy. He So
I even hid what one looked like from you. Like,
oh God, because oh Lord have mercy. I'm gonna talk.
I know.
I'm gonna talk. Yeah.
For me, it's not about you giving me permission to be with somebody. It's more of like, I don't see myself having longevity with someone who can't get along with my dad. Who can't, look my dad in the face and be like, yes, I'm taking care of your daughter. I'm doing everything I can for your daughter.
That's important.
It does mean a lot. Like, as a daughter who was raised a certain way. Dads, it's hard to say like approval or permission, not to say that, but it's like how you feel about the person I'm with is super important to me.
Gotcha.
And it has always been, which is why you've only met him.
That's true.
That's why you have only that is. I think that there's a lot of women out there who wouldn't care. And then there's a lot of fathers who aren't great fathers. So I feel like from the father-daughter perspective, there are a lot of young women and women out there who don't have father figures like you, who I feel like they would be like, I really don't care what my parents think or my dad thinks about who I'm with. So there's that flip side too. I think that how you feel about your parents' approval of your partner really depends on how they raised you, what you saw growing up.
Sometimes, regardless of the guidance, we're still gonna do what we're gonna do.
Oh, absolutely.
But again, life lessons, but you learn, unfortunately, you learn what not to do from some of those bumps, bruises, and scrapes. Because again, what someone on the outside may see, you being closer to the situation, you don't see it. I'm not in my feelings when I look at a dude and I'm going, you suck for my daughter. That just you not gonna work. I'm I am literally, and people will tell you. So I have had guys sitting across the table from me with my gun on the table while I'm talking to them and being introduced to them and letting them know, hey, what's up? What's up, pimpin'? What we doing? So
What?
yeah, I am that guy who has walked out and like, I'm getting ready to take your daughter on a date. So I'm the dad who comes outside with a 9 in hand, with a 9 in the case, going, okay, so what we doing tonight? What we doing tonight? Well, sir, you know what's in this box, right? Yeah, yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay, all right. So you going there? You're gonna do this, and then you coming back home. See, with you, you were gone, so I didn't get a chance to
Yeah.
do stuff like that with Elliot or anything like that. But with
Oh
Fallon,
my gosh, I would have loved
Fallon has
that.
experience.
I would have
So,
loved that.
oh my God,
I
yeah.
would have loved
So,
that.
yeah. So those are just some of the things that, as a I take it seriously. I'm casual. I like to laugh, and sometimes you won't know when I'm serious about certain matters, but the care of you all has always been something that I take seriously because, again, as a father, my investment, I want that young man who's going to pick up where I left off
Yep.
and be like, okay, she's worth this sacrifice. Whatever I got to sacrifice to make sure that she has. And again, you build.
Yeah.
Because again, it because they don't have it at certain points in time doesn't mean that the idea or the mindset of spoiling you is not there. There's those phases in relationships that you go through where it's just not there. But because you were in Georgia, I didn't get, and E probably would have looked at me and laughed if I
His
had been,
tall behind.
yeah, he would have probably been looking at me like, do you know your daddy threatened me? So he probably would have looked at me and laughed until I shot him in his big toe. If I shot that big toe, he would have realized, oh, your daddy wasn't playing. He told me I better make sure I take care of you, and I laughed. The next thing I know, I heard pow, and I looked down and my toe was gone. So and a lot of parents look at it. Moms take it seriously for their sons, and dads are the reverse for their daughters. But I think sometimes in some areas that can be overdone.
Yeah. No. I'm going to switch it up just a little bit.
Yep.
I just want to say that if your children don't care about what you think,
oh, that's bad.
That's
bad.
That's a problem down the line. That is something that you did to them in childhood where your opinion holds no weight.
No value.
So
yeah.
I will say this, that there are some moms who probably weren't the best moms, who feel like they get a 2 cents in everything that their son does, even though they didn't earn that.
Yep.
And I know I'm a dang on good mom, and I'm going to continue to be a dang on good mom.
Yep.
But for me, I think it wouldn't be about approval per se either. It would be very similar to how you feel. I mean, yes, my son is spoiled. You know what I'm saying? But that's different when we're talking about women.
Yeah.
It's not about the spoiling.
Yeah.
It's about the, hey, this is how I kind of raised him. You know, I did my best. You know, he is a gentleman, but he likes to eat. And you have to cook.
Home cooked meals. Yeah.
Can you cook? If you can't cook, can you bake? Can you cook? Can you bake? Do you love him?
Can you throw some seasoning on that microwave meal?
That's what I'm saying. You know? And I can't say that.
No, you cannot say that there, and this is a whole nother subject. People will try to say that there are no good black men. There are no good black husbands. There are no good black fathers.
And that is a lie.
We don't know nothing about that. Yeah, that is black men.
That's a
black
horrible
men.
lie.
Black men don't take care of their households.
That's a horrible lie.
Those are all
stereotypes.
stereotypes.
Yeah, it's a stereotype.
Those are all stereotypes.
Absolutely.
And so when we have those instances where all of those stereotypes can be proven invalid, that's just something where people are like, oh no, your father, because I've seen people who cuss their parents out over their mates, and their mate is wrong. And that's why one of the things I try to always make sure I know who I am. I'm daddy, your husband. 2 different relationships. I won't interfere, because sometimes when I say it can be overdone, that's where it's overdone. You want to step into input in the dating, and you don't get input when you don't. That's for those two to. Now I may be able to kick some wisdom to you, but I don't want to tell you what to do.
Right.
You need to leave him. No, wait. What happened?
Right.
Let me get an understanding of what happened
Yeah.
again, because I know you.
Because you know me.
Because I
That
know
was a
you.
dig.
Because
What do you mean? Because you know me.
Listen. I know because
I am not that much of a brat.
because I know my girls. I got to get both sides. See, I'm not that parent who's gonna be like, oh, that joker. Wait, because I know my girls, and I know there's two sides to every story. I gotta get both sides, because I know y'all can work a nerve. So what was the whole story?
He subliminally just tried to call me difficult.
No, I know you're difficult. Don't play.
You know I'm difficult,
yes,
so you're high key calling me difficult.
Don't listen. I ain't even gonna try nothing on the down low. Listen, y'all is something, and I do mean something with exclamation points.
Whose fault is that?
And here's the thing: your mama always tell me when we look at y'all and how y'all are, she's like, you know, you did that, and I'm like, yeah, that's why I can't. That's why I can't say nothing.
You can't say nothing.
That's why I can't say nothing. But that's where that's why I don't try to step into things and give my input where it's not necessary. I don't. He's a good guy. He takes care of you. And again, to me, the spoiling still remains. And hey, we're good. We're good. So that's my biggest thing. My one thing that I that I don't like is when people want to choose for you. And but Timmy was a good guy, and he's still, and he does, and long after you started going down this road with somebody else, I still have in mind that one day you and this guy are going to fall apart and you're going to end up with Timmy. So some people have these instances where they are mentally preparing you for something else while they're floating their agreement with where you are. But really, I want you with Timmy.
And then I want you with. That's still like subconsciously that stuff gets in people's
brains.
My
yes. It does. And that's why that's why with its guidance, not being the one to make the choice, because families have been broken up over simple things like who they're married to. I can't believe you married him. I can't believe you married outside the race. I can't believe that families have broken up, and then these two people have gone on. Mom and dad don't want nothing to do with them, supposedly, because you didn't marry who I thought you should have married, blah, blah, blah. It just got too deep. But yet and still, these two people have gone on and had a successful relationship that you were not able to experience. And then they have grandchildren that you never were able to meet because you weren't able to just be the guidance. You wanted to be the final say. And again, I want to be a part of anything that my children allow me to be a part of, not insert myself and say, here, this is da 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 da, to be a part of it. But again, just a part of it to the extent that I'm allowed to be. Now, your dad, I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say.
Oh, facts.
Yeah, I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say. Take it or leave it. But it's not one of those things where you have to listen to what I say, because I think my wisdom is just unquestionable. And one of the other problems that can be with you and like with Fallon, is the strength of y'all. You guys grew up in a household where you were told you were beautiful and you were complimented. So not that it's not meaningful to hear it from whoever you're dating or who you're marrying, but those weren't things that were like, oh, I've never heard that before.
Yeah, no.
So the strength and the confidence that you come to and you bring to the table, you didn't really, which can be intimidating because you didn't really need someone else's approval. You already had him before everyone else had to give the input.
Before you even had to get adjusted. I had him locked in, so I don't know what we're talking about.
And it
right
was
now.
kind of sort of the same thing. It was kind of sort of the same thing, because everybody thought for sure that me and your mom we're not gonna get married.
Really?
Yeah, I'm a pimp. 24/7. I knew I had a hook, line, and sinker. Threw that bait out there.
I'm taking applications for a new dad after that one.
What? I'm just
That was
saying.
crazy.
I'm just
That
saying.
was crazy work right there, my guy.
I'm just saying. I knew I had her, but everybody was like,
You don't.
They don't. This is something.
Disbelief.
Celeste is just playing with this boy. I don't know why she even doing that. Again, I hadn't finished high school. I was a hard worker though, and I was blowing smoke. I was bouncing checks. I had checks bouncing off the chain. I was buying your mom flowers and custom teddy bears, and I ain't have no money. I think she thought I had money. We went out to eat one time, and I'm telling you the truth. We went out
back
to
when they accepted checks.
when we went out to eat one time, and I think I was sitting in the restaurant speaking in tongues that card would go through. Shika mama mama hi, in the name of Jesus, let this thing clear. Because I averaged probably $200 a month at that time and bounced because I was trying to make an impression. I hadn't finished high school. She's an attorney. All right, now how am I going to do this? This is an executive woman. I'm a warehouse guy. I work at C-Ray. And I'm thinking to myself, this is not going to work, but I'm going to play it as long as I can.
As long as you can.
I was making so many promises until it came. I was hoping she remembered all of them too. And I was like, God dang. She was like, remember you promised me? Yeah, yes, I did, didn't I? I did.
I didn't forget about it.
Yep, and then it came time to pay the piper, but everybody had, because again, her parents passed away. It would have been nice to be able to meet her parents, but they had passed away. But brothers and sisters were a tight-knit group, and they made sure that I had clarity and understanding on how to treat, and they gave me some great input. Wanted to make sure that she still. Ooh-wee, Lord Jesus.
See, at least it's easier with my generation.
Well,
it's easier.
But
you want to know,
your generation is less committed to the idea of marriage.
Oh, marriage. Yes. Yes.
Yeah, because again, now here's the thing about some of this generation. Do
you not approve of that?
You guys
that talking stage
can call each other. Your man can call you a B or a hoe, and you be smiling and laughing like that's a compliment. Man? No, I'm saying a lot of these young ladies out here, these guys, and they think that that's the strength of a man. And I'm like, and it's like, you let a dude wait, and you key. That's not a compliment, but back. Earlier, that's not stuff that people used to say and think, that's fighting words. But now people say it, and it's like, that's a compliment. Yeah. He thinks that I'm, and it's like, oh, you're stupid. So,
what do you think? So you did mention earlier that some like relationships and families have been like stretched or broken apart, or strained due to their partner.
Yeah.
Do you think if I had, let's just say hypothetically, I'm not with Elliot. Had I done something stupid and been with someone else, or been with someone genuinely is not good for me, and you knew it, you told me it, and I just I ignored it.
Yeah.
How would that strain our relationship?
It wouldn't. First, it wouldn't strain mine. It wouldn't strain my relationship with you unless I had to put your man in check, which I don't mind. I literally don't mind. I told Gabe, I literally don't mind calling somebody and stuffing you in the trunk. I don't. I'll pull you out when we get 2 hours up the road. I'll pull you out. We'll have whatever conversation or whatever shakedown is going to happen. If we're good after that, we're good after that. If we're not good after that, I can let you know this ain't going to be an easy road, because I'm daddy. I'm not going anywhere.
Yeah.
One of us is going somewhere. It ain't going to be me.
It's not me.
And I guarantee you it's not going to be me. So, but for me, I wouldn't press that issue because again, to preserve our relationship.
Okay.
So
your main goal
have
is
to
I'm
see.
daddy.
Yeah.
I'm the father.
I'm
This
dad.
is my princesses.
Yep.
I'm gonna do what I gotta do to care for them. They're gonna make their own decisions though. I'm not losing my daughter.
And so if that's where you want to go, you like them, I love them. Okay. If you're gonna be but if you get to the space to where you're calling me on the phone a lot of time and you're crying because of this joker, we got issues.
Yeah.
We got problems. So again, it's good. Again, I don't expect Gabe to be perfect. I don't expect Elliot to be perfect. But again, it's good to see that they do their best with regards to you all. And that makes a difference. And then a father who has spoiled daughters can relax. Like, okay, this man dragging my daughter down the hallway, kicking and screaming. No, we're not doing that. So, and some people have to experience that. So if it was the wrong, which again, you dated some of the wrong guy. Yeah, I'll leave it at that. So if it was the wrong one, I would still work diligently to preserve our relationship. Now, again, you know your dad. I'm not sucking up to no guy. Again, as long as you're taking care of my daughter, we're good.
And if you're not, we not.
If you're not, we won't be good. And again, that's not good that we're not good, because I know it would be important to you. And then that would be a strain or a stress on you. To know that you can't have a relationship. Yeah. To know that you can't have a relationship with your mom and daddy due to just the differences. Because again, that's the one thing I like is when people say he's just dad. She's just his spoiled daughter. I ain't even gonna mess with that. Boom. Leave that alone and keep it moving.
Leave it alone.
And keep it moving. So yeah.
So let's flip the script, because I have a 5-year-old. I have a 5-year-old. So I am nowhere near the point of approving anything.
Nope.
I can only tell you hypothetically in the future what I possibly think aspire to be and not be.
Okay.
Like I said, I have criteria that doesn't matter to anyone but me.
Yep.
It's not going to make or break what Elliot or EJ chooses to do. I know. Here's the thing. Again, my son is spoiled, so I'm going to be like the you of a mom to a son. Like, he is a spoiled boy.
Yep.
And he's used to getting what he wants. But I've also, as a man, you know, this is a big part of what his dad does: respect women. You know, dad, like, you know, things like that. So his daddy's working on the respect part. I'm working on the gentleman part, and he's such a sweetheart. I'm making sure that can't no heifer come up to my son and cook him a good meal and he think he in love, because he ate good his whole life.
Yeah,
we got to teach him smarts, because I don't know what it is, and I think my criteria will change depending on what he decides to do in life. Because I have a son, so I don't know if he's gonna want to go college and med school or in science or do football, baseball, basketball. I don't know what he's gonna want to do, but best believe the criteria I have for my child's partner. It will depend on such things.
But you have to now.
I know a gold digger a mile away. When I see one,
guidance.
I'm gonna try not to be that mom. I know I'm gonna try not to be that mom.
Guidance. Because you can. Here's the problem.
But do you see? But do you know they're only getting worse? The girls are getting worse.
But you're gonna disqualify 99.9% of the women.
And that means he'll have only the top 1%.
This woman is literally gonna have to ice skate like an Olympic ice skater. And she ain't never been on them.
But see, here's the thing. I feel my son he will, just based off of me and his father's relationship and my relationship with him, I believe that he will have a good mindset. I believe that the woman that he chooses will embody what he needs personally and what he has seen, the love that he has seen growing up in his home. That's what he will want. So that's a big part of what me and Elliot have, is like, the way that I feel around him and about him. I'm like, I feel like this is what my parents felt about each other. So I don't want to be that mom that's like, oh, she ain't no good for you. No. I don't want him beholden to my opinion. I just want him to understand that, hey, do what you want, baby, but she a gold digger, and I don't want to have to tell you I told you so. But if that's what you want to do, okay. Or baby, that girl's a witch. Please stop. Like, I want to be that mom that can see, like, I can see the signs. I know these girls. And they're getting faster and crazier as the generations go on.
Most definitely.
That's my scary part. Like, I don't want my son trapped. I don't want my son in a relationship like that. So I can only hypothesize. I can make an educated wish, as Deadpool says, that he's going to choose right. Because of what he's seen in his life. That's the hope. But I genuinely, I want a relationship with my son. I don't want any relationship that he has from what I've been through personally, I never want to be that mother that makes my son feel like whoever he is with is not good enough.
That's
never.
True.
If that is someone that he truly loves and cares for and he sees a future with, okay, baby, I'm behind you.
So what if you see your son and you see that he's giving 100, dang it, Brianna, what if you see that he's giving 100% and he's with a woman that's giving?
I don't like that.
You don't like it, but
Okay.
if it's his
Why isn't she giving?
choice?
Why isn't she giving it?
But why isn't she giving? Good question.
That's a good question.
But what draws him to?
That's what I'm saying. So if she's giving 0, what has brought you to her?
Yeah.
Like, explain it to me. What do you feel when you're around her? Why are you always giving the best effort when she's giving none? That's a conversation between son and mother.
Because it may be a charitable. Because again, he could be one of those caring, giving people. This may be the woman who had a horrible life, and she did it.
But that resonates with me because I was trying to be a fixer. A lot of my relationships were trying to fix people. I see so much potential, and I'm like, I can fix you. Like, I'm gonna show you what no one else has ever shown you, and it didn't work out.
And it
never works out.
Doesn't
because
work
I
out.
see potential, but you can't marry potential.
No. Yes.
I feel like there will be a reason.
Yes.
And I don't ever want to be the mom that makes my son feel like he can't come to me about anything.
Yes.
So,
true.
And I don't ever want him to be in a relationship where he feels like I can't bring her around my mother.
True. So, but are you going to walk on eggshells, or are you going to be able to be honest with the woman?
I'm going to be honest.
Okay.
Like I said, I don't want to be that mom that's like, no. And, just rude to the girl and just like all that. I want my son to have find a love like me and his father have, and be happy. Get the heck away from me. Go be with your wife. Goodbye.
Yeah.
I want that.
Bye-bye.
But parents can only do so much to ensure that that happens. So if he's giving 100 and she's not giving anything, I'm like already on guard.
But you said something. You said something about yourself.
Yeah, I'm a fixer.
You're a fixer.
But I would automatically know that this is probably just, here's the thing. It can go one of two ways. This is a stage and it won't last, or he will love her to her full potential.
True.
Which I've never seen happen, but it could be possible.
People don't, the one thing that messes me up is because sometimes when people have you, they don't realize what they have. And some people will not statement. No, I'm serious.
The world. It's
they
the
don't.
Truest.
Yeah.
They don't see what they have until it is then gone.
Yep.
Then they want it back, but they can't have it back.
Yep.
And it's like, and here's the thing. Some of the people see it when it's gone.
Yep.
Then they do get you back.
Yep. Oh,
and then they go back to do the same exact crap.
Same thing. So I think that guidance.
Yes.
Guidance, not approval. I don't think any parent should ever push for the ability to, even when they're younger, input. That's not a good person. That's not a good guy. That's not a good girl. Yeah.
Commentary.
And be able to have that little bit of input, but being able making the decision. Yeah. I don't think any of us need to ever be the one to make the decision in that area.
And it's dialogue. And the hugest part about it is when you go to make those comments or you go to put your input in, make sure your relationship with your child is strong.
Please,
because
strong, and make sure you got a decent,
being a good dad.
You got to make sure you've had a decent history yourself.
Yes, that's my other thing.
Yeah.
If you are going to give your children relationship advice,
yes.
1, make sure they value your opinion enough to listen. And number 2, make sure that they haven't seen you in multiple thousands of relationships to where they still don't value your opinion. But me, I have and will always value your opinion.
Good.
On what I do, like who I'm with, for sure, because that's what our topic is on today, but just in general. Yeah. Like your opinion has always mattered, and especially when it came to like the man that I was going to marry, knowing that you liked him was like the bonus for me. Like had you said you didn't, we would have had a problem. Yeah, I know. We would have had multiple discussions. We had so many. Yeah, because we even before we talk all the time, and have always had the meaningful conversations, which is always good, and we've always been able to have honest conversations, and that's what's most important. That's one of the most important things to me. Insecure about the fact that I was a princess. Exactly, and that we talk all the time. When I was gone, we talk almost every day. And that's a good thing. And again, what I liked about him is in those moments when he couldn't get you to do something, but I could. He wasn't. It was like, okay. He's like, well, I did tell her that, but thank you for telling her. Exactly. She'll listen to you. She's gonna listen to you now. Now, Brianna, you're going to the hospital.
okay, daddy, I'm going to the
I didn't want to
hospital.
go.
And then you tell your husband you're going, and it was again.
Yeah.
I told her, but
But
I'm
I'm
glad
just
she's
very
going. So
happy
yeah,
that he
yep.
respects the fact
Oh
that
yeah,
I have a
yep.
wonderful dad,
Mm-hmm.
and like that relationship, he
Yep.
respects that so much. So,
Yep.
in conclusion,
In conclusion,
in conclusion,
yep. Hey, we going live next week. We are going live
no, we're
next week. I
not.
had to throw that out
We're
there.
not.
The week after that,
We don't
we're
have the followers yet,
2
Dad.
weeks. We're not going live. I thought we were gonna go Facebook live.
No, we have
No
to have
Facebook
100.
can. Would the 100 people please join this doggone show so we can go Facebook live? Goodness gracious!
Listen, Couch Crew, we really do want to start doing
Lives.
On our Instagram platform
Yes.
and our Facebook platform. But we are going to need a lot more followers to do
Please.
that since Meta decided to change that criteria.
Dang it.
Can't believe they did that to us. So
yes.
Tell a friend to tell a friend, share our videos, like, subscribe, do all of the above, Couch Crew. But
yes.
Get us to 1,000 followers on
yes.
Instagram so we can start going live. Because these conversations
and talking trash to y'all.
Those will be interactive
yes.
conversations.
Oh,
so
I love that.
We're super excited in real time talking to you all, and that we would love that. So, and of course, we will be on the couch when it happens.
Yes, so. Bring popcorn.
So we thank you for sticking with us through yet another episode. This one was a little bit more on the serious side, but very important conversation between father and daughter to have. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you took something from it.
Hope so.
And
Alex and Alex.
Alex.
And we out.